What was that? What kind of reunion was that? What was that? Let me know. I wasted 45 minutes of my life watching this foolishness. What's going on, my girls and my gays and my straight boys and my baddies in the back? You guys, we finally got to the end of Baddies East, y'all, and I must say, thank God we're at the end of this ride, you guys. I kid you not, this last episode of the reunion really drained me. It drained me. It left me even more bewildered. It left me with even more questions, and I'm just over it at this point. Here I am considering reviewing Baddies Caribbean, but at this point, Baddies East have drained me to such a point that I don't want to see these old hoes no more. I don't want to see none of them. So, that was my introduction. So, if you're new here, hi, my name is Cole, the Godfather. And as you guys can see, y'all, I'm coming to y'all real relaxed, some muscle shirt on, beanie on, you know, giving y'all real relaxed teas, because guess what? They didn't give me nothing, so I might well be like them. I'm kind of inspired by Natalie today because Natalie had a beanie on her head. So I'm giving y'all Natalie none. So be sure to like, be sure to comment, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Click that bell to be notified of all my latest updates. And without further ado, let's finish off this reunion. Okay, you guys. So we start the reunion off with Mariah Lynn and Smiley fighting, or whatever that was, where the last episode left off. And I don't know if y'all noticed this, but I definitely noticed this. And if you didn't, go back and watch it. While they was on the ground fighting, Tasiki walked over there and snuck a kick in. I seen that shit. And like, that is so foul. Tasiki, why would you get yourself involved? And I even seen Biggie trying to run up into the fight. Like, it's obvious y'all going to try to fight Smiley, but Mariah Lynn don't need no help. And then what gets me is how everybody stopped Biggie, but y'all let Tasiki just pass right on through. Tasiki is the general. Like, Tasiki is the big boss. Y'all not gonna tell Tasiki nothing. Tasiki is the new Jonathan on Zeus. Like, y'all let Tasiki just do anything, and y'all sit in the background like, well, like, no. So then, after the first fight, Mariah Lynn and Smiley fought again. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Mariah Lynn, I don't know what she was trying to do. It looked like she was trying to grab Smiley's hair, that wig, but that wig wasn't on. And Smiley was wearing your ass, was wearing you thin, wearing you out, girl. I mean, she had you going this way and this way. Like, Smiley was handling you, Mariah Lynn. I'm not even gonna hold you. And she did pull out her hair. Y'all both was pulling hair. Nobody was swinging. But you know, besides the hair pulling, Smiley did kind of get the one up on you, Mariah Lynn. Just saying. And now, everybody accusing Smiley of beating up her own trailer because she was scared to come out here and fight. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you hoes just say anything. Like, don't even care what y'all say. Don't even care to get down to the bottom of something. Y'all just make up stuff. Like, oh my gosh. So then it behooved me even further how all of them was just saying they want to fight. All of them did not want to sit down. Everybody wanted to square up. But as soon as Tasiki said all this fighting don't make no sense, let's just sit down and have a conversation. Now all of a sudden everybody don't want to be on rah-rah no more. Everybody want to sit down and talk like civilized women. Like, goddamn, Tasiki said one thing, y'all follow her lead. Especially House B. Like, Tasiki move this way, y'all following. Like, you bitches don't have no type of backbone at all. And y'all want them on our TV screens next season? I sure don't. So then Anna gets into DJ Sky's mix or whatever, and she was trying to air out her grievances, but at this point, nobody gave a fuck what Anna was talking about. Like, they completely just disregarded everything Anna said to bring out E.T.
Get the fuck up out of here with that bullshit. Get off the motherfucking mic.
And as you guys can see, I'm moving through this last episode rather really quickly because guess what? I'm over these hoes. Like, they gave me a headache. Like, they are so draining. The constant hollering, the constant screaming. Like, one person trying to talk, they cutting the person off. Like, I was needy to this shit. I was completely over it. So when E.T. came out, Biggie was trying to explain her situation to E.T. And Sapphire honestly could give a fuck about what Biggie was saying. And I kind of sort of agree with what Sapphire did. Like, Biggie, I'm just completely over you because the shit that you did later on in this episode really made me feel away. And I don't want you on my screen next season. I don't. After what you did and the way you moved at the end of this episode, I don't want you. I don't want you back here. You got too much fucking throat, too much neck pouch, not to have no hands. Like, go sit down. But in the midst of Biggie trying to talk to E.T., Sapphire just gets up and throws a drink in E.T.'s face. Throws the water, right? So, E.T. and Sapphire started fighting. Sapphire, I can remember clear as day that you and Suki went online and said that you did your big one at the reunion. It's the big one in the room with us right now. It's the big one in here right now. Mr. Big One? Are you in here? The big one is not in the room with us. What the hell was that, Sapphire? E.T. whooped your ass. She did. She tore that ass up. She did. She got you in that first round. I'm gonna give it to E.T. E.T. finally won one fade. Throughout all this, she got her first win. Because she got you, Sapphire. And here Biggie in the background still screaming and hollering. Biggie, you talk so much that your fucking voice box didn't went out. You need some Ricola, bitch. You need Ricola. You need some hoes. Like, so damn hoarse, like, neck caving in. Like, Biggie, go sit down. Like, y'all, I'm really mad at Biggie. Because I went up for Biggie this whole season. And Biggie just was a major disappointment. Be that as it may, the first round went to E.T. E.T. whooped Sapphire's ass, y'all. I'm gonna just keep it a stack with you. And so after that fight, the camera for some reason kept getting closer and closer to E.T.'s face. And I'm like, God damn, E.T., you kind of resemble Natalie on some slick shit. You kind of look like Natalie. Crater face twins. Like, when the reunion started, you came out, you know, face beat up, you know, with the makeup. Now it looks completely beat up. Your shit chiseled like a statue. Like, God damn, cheekbones sitting way out of here. Like, ooh, like they gave you shots of Botox in your face. God damn. So when E.T. came back out, they asked her about the Natalie situation. You know, why did you attack Natalie? And E.T. says that Natalie sets her up. You know, she wasn't going too far into detail. But every time E.T. says something, House B, for some reason, just kept interrupting this girl. And I understand y'all don't like E.T. I don't like E.T. like that. But goddamn, when she got the flow, give her the flow. Like, come on now. Like, let's be civilized and let's get through with this shit. Like, every time this girl says something, y'all keep jumping in. You keep saying stuff, making hella noise. And then after that, E.T. was like, stop sucking. Girl, at this point, I was like, damn, E.T., you keep putting your foot in your mouth. Because Tasika jumped up and said, what the fuck I told you about that? Now I'm about to show you. Get up, come on. And I'm like, God damn, Tasika be handling y'all like kids. Tasika told this girl, get up, come on. Now I gotta teach you again because you ain't learned your lesson. Girl, and here when Tasika get up, Biggie get up and follow in suit. Like, Biggie, you really scary. No tea, no shade, you really scary in real life. Like, how can you have all this throat, all this voice, and then you talking about you're not a fighter? If you're not a fighter, you need to shut the fuck up and sit in the background. Because if you can be able to talk, if you gonna talk this shit, be able to run it. That's what I'm saying. And clearly, we wasn't able to run it. So then E.T. calls Natalie the smartest lady in the room. Y'all seen the meme by now. Natalie smirk. Girl, that boosted Natalie's ego up so bad. I was like, E.T., why would you say that? Like, as if this airhead bitch head can't get any bigger. You wouldn't call her the smartest lady in the room. Like, you know Natalie was eating that up. You know it was. Like, Natalie was feeling herself in that moment. And then Nene Leaky Mouth came in and just threw straight shade at Natalie. And she was like, that's not necessarily true. Natalie's not the smartest person in this room. Because guess what? That EP title is just that, a title. Like, she don't hold no weight. She don't have all the power. And I was waiting on Natalie to clock their tea and get in Nene's ass, you know, but Natalie didn't say nothing. So that led me to believe, like, maybe they just gave you a title, Natalie. You don't actually hold power like you want everybody to believe. I been knew you don't make decisions, but I was like, damn, Natalie, at least try to defend your title. Like, at least give us the impression that you do hold weight. But no, you got motion, but you don't hold weight as to what goes on the show. That's lemon pepper. Girl, at this point, Janisha keep hollering back and forth. And y'all know Janisha's small as hell. Like, so you can tell the veins popping in her neck. She hollering, trying to get some law and order in this reunion. But clearly, it's not happening. Like, soon as one person pop off, then everybody else won't pop off. E.T. is getting attacked by all angles at this point. And then, I remember, before the reunion even filmed, I remember Fly-Tatted Sky on the internet saying nobody go fuck with House B. She go stand behind House B. But throughout this whole reunion, throughout this whole ordeal, Sky did not do nothing. Sky stayed seated the entire time. She didn't move a muscle. She didn't do nothing. Sky stayed seated in her chair getting high as giraffe pussy. Sky didn't do nothing with those big ass shoulder pads like a linebacker. She just sat there smoking the whole time. Sky just got a whole free check out of y'all. Like, there was no reason for her to come as well. She talked all that mess on the internet, but it was time for the reunion to happen. Sky didn't do nothing. And then they got on this E.T. situation about sending somebody to hit E.T. at the club. E.T., you did lie about this situation. You did lie. Nobody hit you. The cameras confirmed it. Everything you said was a lie. and you kept switching your story up, ET. You did do that. Like, let's call a spade a spade. Let's call a thing. You did lie, ET. Like, everything that you said, when we fact check it, we realized it was lies. Anna keeps saying, bitch, run up and Anna. You did not do nothing. You didn't do nothing this whole reunion as well. All you did was put on Taseki's cape and ran around this bitch like a superhero. You didn't do nothing for us, Anna. You honestly could have stayed home too. And as y'all can tell, I'm completely over this reunion because guess what? It was too much hollering going on. There was no law and order. All the bitches did want to do is fight. And every time Taseki said something, they follow her lead. Like, Taseki was the leader. Now they in the background the whole damn reunion, not saying nothing. Nene completely over it. Janisha blood pressure going up. Rolling fat ass over there. I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired and I'm over it at this point. Like, bear with me. So then, after all the fool fucking nigga shit, we started giving out the final thoughts. Rolly's final thought was, she said Natalie was her friend and she did not condone E.T. running up on Natalie. And Sapphire had the audacity to say, Natalie, your friend, why you let your friend get beat up? This bitch must be paralyzed on the left side of her brain. She must be, because I could have sworn you let Suki get water splashed in her face and let them dogs Suki out. And you didn't do nothing. You chose the side of E.T. and Rolly and let your best friend go down by herself. So I'm gonna need you to shut the hell up. Because what you say, you should be the last person to ever say something, considering how you let your friend down. So girl, E.T. and Mariah Lynn started to fight, right? So when E.T. and Mariah Lynn fighting, on the right hand side, we see Sapphire trying to come on the side and get in a blend with E.T. So I'm like, okay, it's jump a whole season. We all trying to attack E.T. at this point. All right, cool. And one thing I'm gonna say about E.T., I roast you a lot, but I'm gonna give you your 10s. You got in the field with every bitch that wanted to get in the field with you countless times. E.T. took like at least 10 fades. At least 10 fades. And wasn't ducking no smoke. And I gotta give the girl her 10s. Because guess what? You know who was ducking smoke? But had the most throat the whole reunion? Biggie had the most throat out of everybody. Had the most throat. But when it was time to get in that field, you know I'm not a fighter. But you got the most throat out of everybody. You talking the most shit. You can't seem to pipe down. But when it was time to square up, you didn't want to square up. And when you did square up, you got your ass whooped. How on the second swing, you fall into the ground? And then when everybody surrounded you to get y'all to the fight, you about to cry, Biggie. You're not a fighter. And that's okay. We all not fighters. But don't act like you bout that shit. And when it's time to get in the field, you know I'm not a fighter. But I'm not scared. I'm not scared of you. Biggie, when people say they're not scared of somebody, that means they're like scared. They got a little fear in your heart. They're telling themselves to hype themselves up. Like, you're not scared. She's just a person. Biggie, the way you acted when it was time for y'all two to fight, you were scared. I clocked it. Like, I literally lost respect for you. For real. Because all the antics you did, you swung on Smiley, but when it was time to get in the field with somebody who wants to get in the field with you, you was scared. You backpedaling, you pussy pop. And honestly, when y'all started fighting, when you and E.T. started to fight, I was cheering for E.T. I wanted E.T. to beat your ass. I did. I was screaming saying E.T. knocked the brakes off her. I did. Because you had it popped off so much, it had aggravated me to such a point, I was completely over it with you. And I wanted you to get beat. And you guys, that was the end of the reunion. At the end of the reunion, Mariah Lynn and Smiley squashed their beef, you guys. The biggest disappointment from this reunion was definitely Biggie. I went into this reunion on House B side. I did, because they made it seem like they was gonna stand on business. At the end of the day, y'all did. And before I go, I forgot to mention that Suki threw water in E.T.'s direction, and that gave Anna Mac a chance to sneak E.T. and get some hits in. But Anna Mac, you disappeared for a good 5 minutes straight. I didn't see you no more. That girl was looking for you everywhere. She was all under the sofa, looking all in every closet for you. We couldn't find you nowhere, Anna Mac. Where the fuck you went? It was too much sneaking going on for me. And I'm not even a fan of E.T., but that shit was just foul. Like, y'all could not get in the field. That's what they're gonna give E.T. Although her jaw swollen, her cheeks full of Botox, her left eye twitching and jumping and leaking the water, I'm gonna give E.T. her 10s. She got in that field. Win, lose, draw, indifferent. She got in that field and got those fades in. Her BBL might be fucked up. Her veneers might be a little cracked. Her heart rate might be beating too fast, but she got in that field, and I gotta give somebody their 10s because they stood on business. Only people that stood on business throughout this whole reunion was E.T., Taseki, Rolly, and Scotty. Those four made me want to watch the reunion. because anything that happened with those four, they got in the field regardless. The rest of y'all was just disappointments and a waste of my time, and I don't want y'all on my TV next season. We finally made it at the end of Baddies East, you guys. We have made it. And thank you guys for watching all my reviews. I definitely had fun filming them all. I gained so much support. Let me know if you guys want me to look at Baddies Caribbean. You know, do I want to jump head first into this fool of fucking niggatry again? I'll do it for y'all. But that is the last of this reunion. So, be sure to like, be sure to comment, be sure to subscribe to this channel. Click that bell to be notified of all my latest updates. And if you're feeling indifferent or if you feel a different sort of way from what I feel, then get in the comments down below and let's talk. But that is all from me. This is Coach signing out on Baddies East. Bye.
Tell me what's your